It's on? There we go. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Utah State University Faculty Awards Ceremony. I'm Lisa Barreau, the Vice President for Research. I'm here today on behalf also of Provost Larry Smith, who won't be able to join us, but sends his best regards. At this time, we would like to acknowledge the presence of J.C. Skinner, the chair of the Utah State University Board of Trustees and USU leadership. Thank you, Trustee Skinner, for joining us today. On behalf of Utah State University, I want to extend my gratitude not only to the faculty members being recognized for their extraordinary achievements today, but to all faculty for serving as the foundation and driving force of USU's mission. Utah State University is a Carnegie R1 research university. We are also a public service university. Your work contributes greatly to the quality and reputation of our academic programs, our research enterprise and intellectual pursuits, and the leadership we show in community engagement and support. I want to take a special moment right now to talk about the fact that the last few months have been what we could all say is turbulent, both here at USU, in the overall landscape of higher education, and in the research landscape in general. I want to thank you for everything that you're doing right now to continue to move forward, to do the outstanding work that has always, always been the characteristic of USU. We remain confident and hopeful in our future, and that's largely because of the team we have in place. We know the strength of this team, and we know how well we can work through difficult times together. We are inspired by all of you, and you play a pivotal role in the success of Utah State. In the past year, we've seen remarkable innovations in USU's classrooms, laboratories, fieldwork, creative activities, and in our community engagement. Today, I'm pleased to join you as we recognize the excellence, the effort, and the enthusiasm displayed by many of USU's best faculty. Before we begin announcing the nominees and recipients of the 2025 Faculty Awards, it is my pleasure to recognize the faculty recipient of the 2024 USU Presidential Award for Civic and Community Engagement. This award honors the work of those who exemplify collaboration between USU and the greater community for the mutual benefit exchange of knowledge and resources in a context of partnership and reciprocity. Recipients of this faculty category successfully incorporate community-engaged teaching with demonstrable outcomes, or may have conducted outstanding research. The 2024 recipient of the USU Presidential Award for Civic and Community Engagement is Dr. Courtney Flint, a professor in the Department of Environment and Society. Please join me in giving a round of applause for Dr. Flint for her dedicated work in improving our communities through the Utah Wellbeing Project. And so now, we're excited to begin and celebrate all that you have done this year. So sit back, relax, and let's celebrate together. Our first award will be the Undergraduate Research Faculty Mentor, presented by Alexa Sand, Associate Vice President for Research and Professor of Art History.
Thank you, Vice President Barreau. An outstanding undergraduate research mentor provides a role model for the methods of inquiry in a field of study and the responsible conduct of research. Research mentors often give their students the first entry into professional circles and support the dissemination of the students' work through professional conference participation, exhibition, performance, and publication. Please hold your applause until I have announced all of our nominees. When we announce the institutional winners, we welcome you to come onto the stage and to share some remarks. So, here are our nominees. Katie Krause is an associate professor in the Department of Nutrition, Dietetics, and Food Sciences. As an undergraduate student at Utah State, she was a member of one of the first cohorts of undergraduate research fellows and was named Undergraduate Researcher of the Year in the College of Agriculture and Applied Science in 2006. As a professor, Dr. Krause, so I fast-forwarded there, has prioritized involving undergraduate students in research in both her courses and through independent research. She has mentored dozens of undergraduate researchers and has been recognized by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and the North American Colleges of Teachers of Agriculture for her work. Cahill Smith is an associate professor in the Department of Music and the director of graduate studies in the Kane College of the Art. Dr. Smith is a strong advocate for research in the arts and undergraduate involvement in research. He has mentored many students conducting research projects involving piano performance, several of whom have been recognized with awards such as the Robbins Talent of the Year, Best Student Research Symposium, Undergraduate Oral Presentation in the Arts and Humanities, and University Finalist for Undergraduate Researcher of the Year. Jared Hansen is an associate professor in the Department of Marketing and Strategy. He represents the College of Business on USU's Undergraduate Research Advisory Board, so I've gotten to know him well, and he regularly volunteers to judge at the University Student Research Symposia. Thank you. Dr. Hansen advises undergraduate students from multiple colleges on their research projects and their graduate school applications. He also invites students to present research with him at conferences, and received a Best Conference Paper Award last fall with a group of his former students. Jennifer Gruey is an associate professor in the Department of Psychology and the co-director of the undergraduate psychology program. She involves her students in independent research projects and encourages them to present their research at conferences. Notably, many of the students she mentors are distance learners, engaging with research through virtual platforms. She has received several awards recognizing her mentorship, including Teacher of the Year for the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services and the Rocky Mountain Psychological Association Mentor of the Year. Zheng Zhang is an associate professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Zhang involves his students in undergraduate research early in their academic careers, which has resulted in undergraduate research publications in competitive synthetic biology journals. His students have received multiple awards, including 2 Undergraduate Researcher of the Year awards from the College of Engineering and 3 Undergraduate Researcher of the Year awards from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Jamie Walters is an assistant professor in the Department of Social Work and the director of the Transforming Communities Institute. Dr. Walters has mentored many undergraduate students in social work projects who have secured substantial internal and external grant funding. In 2023, she and 2 of her students were selected for the pilot year of the National Undergraduate Research Advocacy Program, Scholars Transforming Through Research. She was awarded the USU Presidential Award for Community Engaged Faculty in 2023, and the Transforming Communities Institute was recognized by the Council on Social Work Education with the annual Community Partnership Action Award in 2025. Mark Chenoweth is an associate professor in the Department of Wildland Resources. Dr. Chenoweth prioritizes involving his students in undergraduate research from their very first days on campus. His mentees benefit from paid hands-on research internships in conservation biology and wildlife ecology. Chenoweth encourages his students to seek out research opportunities by applying for national internships and sharing their research at conferences. Fabienne Mundim is an assistant professor of insect ecology in the Department of Biology. She prioritizes inclusivity and student involvement in her research, taking care to provide mentorship through every step of the research process. Dr. Mundim guides her students to present their work at professional conferences and at Utah State's Research Week, as well as to apply for competitive awards such as the Undergraduate Research and Creative Opportunities Grant. Can we please have a round of applause for all of our nominees? All right, the moment of truth. I'm supposed to do this visibly on camera. I am pleased to announce that the 2025 Utah State University Undergraduate Research Faculty Mentor of the Year is Dr. Katie Krause.
Apparently, I'm not the tall person here. And I would just like to say I am very surprised. I know the work of many of my colleagues who were featured here, and I'm very honored for this award. Honored also that my job that I get to do every day gets to be my favorite part, for which I'm honored today. And I'm grateful also for my positive experience as an undergraduate researcher here at Utah State that set the trajectory for my career. Thank you.
Janet Anderson, Vice President and Chief of Staff to the Provost, will present the Undergraduate Faculty Mentor of the Year nominees.
Katie was my undergraduate. That was fun. Thank you, Dr. Sand. The Undergraduate Faculty Mentor of the Year Award is given to a full-time faculty member who invests in building and encouraging excellence in academic mentoring. The nominees for this award have engaged with students in helping them meet their academic and career goals by being available to them, monitoring their progress, and engaging with them through student clubs, organizations, and leadership development. Here are our nominees, and again, I ask that you hold your applause until we have announced all of them. Alyssa Reedhead is a professional practice assistant professor in the Department of Nutrition, Dietetics, and Food Sciences. She serves as a mentor for students in numerous ways, including supporting their academic research and encouraging their professional development. Mrs. Reedhead hosts a wellness luncheon annually, which gives her students a valuable chance to develop their hands-on skills. Several of our students have also gone on to start their own businesses after graduation, a process she helped them through. Amanda Dawson is an assistant professor in theater and the head of the Bachelor's of Fine Arts Theater Education Program in the Kane College of Arts. Dr. Dawson serves as a mentor for undergraduate students' research, creative projects, and professional development. Her students have been recognized with various awards for their work, such as the Undergraduate Research and Creative Opportunities Grant and Outstanding Capstone Awards. Briggs DePue is an associate professor in the Department of Economics and Finance and a research fellow with the Institute for the Study of Labor in Bonn, Germany. He supports student research by co-authoring research with his students and assisting students with their research projects. He also organized the Economics Club at Utah State to introduce students to careers in economics, finance, and data analytics. Rami Shaban is a professional practice assistant professor in the Department of Instructional Technology and Learning Sciences. He believes in using emerging technology, such as virtual reality, to make education more accessible to students and to improve their job placement. Last year, his students had a 100% completion rate on their internships and capstone projects. In addition to supervising the Human Experience Design and Interaction program, he is the Multimedia Minor Coordinator and the Instructional Technology and Learning Sciences Design Lab Advisor. Moshen Zukar Estamagadi is an assistant professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. He organized the first Utah State student section of the Earthquake Engineers Research Institute, which was organized as an active chapter and awarded a Friedman Family Visiting Professor lecture. He also works with undergraduate students in their preparation of conference papers and currently has 2 mentees who are recipients of undergraduate research and creative opportunities grants. Colin Flint is a distinguished professor in the Department of Political Science. He serves as the academic advisor for the International Studies major, where he mentors students through novel and challenging experiences like study abroad. He prioritizes connecting students with opportunities that are accessible for their individual circumstances. He also ran the Aggies Geopolitical Observatory from 2018 to 2024, where students analyzed and wrote about global current affairs. Kezia Manlove is an associate professor in the Department of Wildland Resources and the Ecology Center. Dr. Manlove mentors and involves undergraduate students in her research, where they learn valuable field research and statistical modeling skills. She has active research projects in Idaho, Washington, Montana, Utah, and Nevada. Aysel Irie is an assistant professor in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics. In the past few years, she has organized and directed a seminar that has led groups of undergraduate students to develop their mathematical skills, and as a co-author in a publication with her. She supports her students with research projects and the publication process, and encourages her students to seek out opportunities outside of her program, such as international scholarships and professional conferences. Please help me in recognizing the outstanding efforts of all of these college faculty mentors. And now the winner of the 2025 Utah State University Undergraduate Faculty Mentor of the Year is Alyssa Reedhead. Alyssa could not be here today, so I'll accept this award on her behalf, but I also have to say she was another undergraduate of mine. I got so excited for my students, sorry. I'll now introduce Richard Cutler, Senior Vice Provost for the School of Graduate Studies and Professor in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics. He will present the nominees and awardee for Outstanding Graduate Mentor.
Thank you, Vice President Anderson. The Outstanding Graduate Mentor of the Year recognizes faculty who have a record of excellence in graduate student mentorship. They are effective advisors who facilitate degree completion, model sound scholarship and ethical behavior, provide emotional support, extend constructive criticism, involve students in publishing and other professional activities, and prepare students for their careers after they've completed their degrees. The nominees for this award are as follows. Dr. It's snipped off, excuse me. Dr. Kara Thornton-Kurth. Dr. Thornton-Kurth is an associate professor in the Department of Animal, Dairy, and Veterinary Sciences. Dr. Thornton-Kurth not only mentors a large number of doctoral and master's students directly, but also serves on many graduate students' committees across the university, modeling interdisciplinary investment and producing great science. Under her mentorship, her students have authored peer-reviewed articles and given presentations at national conferences about their research in animal sciences, helping prepare them to step smoothly into industry and academic research jobs. Craig Jessup is a professor in the Department of Music and coordinator of the Master of Conducting program with a choral emphasis. He served as the first dean of the Kane College of the Arts from 2010 through 2019. Dr. Jessup was instrumental in creating the Master of Music in Choral Conducting program, where he designed the curriculum and secured a $100,000 annual donation for the program. He has traveled globally to perform with his graduate students, which has given them important opportunities to develop their choral and directing skills. Paul Felstead is a senior lecturer in the Department of Economics and Finance. Mr. Felstead advises the Investment Club and teaches undergraduate and graduate courses in valuation, fixed income, and financial modeling. He enjoys mentoring students and seeing them exceed far beyond their own expectations, often assisting students in their professional development and job placements. He also arranges and leads career exploration trips to introduce students to potential opportunities and career paths. Michael Tuig is a professor in the Department of Psychology. Professor Tuig mentors graduate students in doctoral programs in psychology, audiology, as well as master's students in his own field, sharing generously of his time and expertise. He is prolific in his publications with his colleagues and his graduate students, building networks that advance knowledge in his field and help his mentees to advance their own careers. He has mentored or co-mentored the College of Education Graduate Researcher of the Year in 6 of the last 10 years, and the University Graduate Researcher of the Year for 3 years. Douglas Hunsaker is an associate professor in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. He mentors doctoral and master's students in aerodynamics and related fields of flight engineering, and frequently publishes and presents research with his student collaborators. He played a major part in developing the online Masters of Aerospace Engineering program at Utah State University. His excellence as a teacher, mentor, and researcher has garnered numerous USU and external awards, including recognitions from the Utah Engineering Council and the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. Brian Drube is an assistant professor in the Department of Social Work at Utah State's Brigham City campus. He serves as a faculty coordinator for the Master of Social Work in Brigham City, where he arranges, coordinates, and supervises their placement in internships. While supporting students in their field placements, he also involves them in his research projects. He includes his students as co-authors on his papers, and has presented with them at national conferences. Tim Walsworth is an assistant professor in the Department of Watershed Sciences and the Ecology Center. His research focuses on how fish populations and aquatic ecosystems respond to environmental and management changes, and he includes undergraduate and graduate students in his research lab. Dr. Walsworth encourages collaborative research and creates a supportive research community for his students. His graduate students have found careers working for state and federal agencies, a private consulting program, and doctoral programs in Alaska, Arizona, and California. John Edwards is an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science. In 2020, he was recognized as the Outstanding Computer Science Undergraduate Research Mentor of the Year, and in 2021, he was named as the Computer Science Teacher of the Year. In his 6 years at USU, he has advised PhD students and many master's students who have found employment at software and research companies, including Microsoft, Sandia National Laboratories, and Class Research. Mentorship is such an important part of graduate education, and we commend all of our graduate college mentors. Please join me in recognizing them. The 2025 Graduate Mentor of the Year is Michael Tuick.
Wow, this is surprising. I don't win much very often, so this is pretty cool to be up here. People laugh. I don't know where that comes from. I don't actually. So I thought about what I'd like to say if this happened, and I really didn't think this would happen. But I learned how to do this from some really great mentors, and they're not here, but somewhere maybe they're catching what I'm saying. But my master's and PhD mentors were great people who supported me and gave me a good modeling of what a really excellent mentor would be like. And I thought about the people at USU who've backed me up over the almost 20 years I've been here. So people, I have a list, and I'm gonna forget some, but people like Tim Shahan, who's out here, Amy Odom, Greg Madden, Melanie Dominich-Rodriguez, Mike Levin and Karen Munoz have been great supporters of me. Same with my, Scott Bates and Gretchen Gimple-Peacock, all my different, people who've supported me in all the things I've done. And I thought maybe I'd say a little bit about one little tip on what I do. And it's not actually that hard to be a great mentor. You just need a PhD in clinical psychology, be a psychologist. It's all just a joke. Just in saying, probably one of the things that helps me do so well with my students is I realize each one of them is different and they need different things at different times. And my training in psych does help me to kind of catch what they need and offer them what they need at that moment. And it really varies. Some, I have to step up my game to keep up with some, and then I have to change my pace to work with others. Anyways, thank you so much for putting this together.
Thank you, Michael, and congratulations. Next, Dr. Maureen Hearns, the Faculty Senate Past President, will present the Faculty University Service Award. Maureen?
Thank you, Dr. Cutler. The Faculty University Service Award is given out each year to recognize and encourage excellence in service to the operations and governance of the university. The nominees for this award include the following. David Anderson is a professional practice professor in the Department of Landscape Architecture and Environmental Planning. Dr. Anderson is a fundamental part of Utah State's operation through his work as the Associate Vice Provost for Community Engagement. His dedication to community engagement, involvement in his department, and commitment to the university's land grant mission have made a lasting impact on the USU community. Cahill Smith is an associate professor in the Department of Music. He plays an important role in the music department as the director of the music graduate program and co-coordinator of the piano program. Additionally, Dr. Smith has leadership roles in the Summer Piano Festival, the Wasserman Piano Series, and the Chamber Music Society of Logan, which provides community outreach for USU's music programs. One moment. Leanne Wappett. Yeah. Leanne is a professional practice assistant professor in the Department of Data Analytics and Information Systems. She is chair of the Huntsman School of Business Leadership Council and director of the Huntsman Scholar Program, and is the founding member of She's Daring Mighty Things, an initiative to support and empower women in business. Additionally, she has chaired faculty search committees, piloted a faculty peer review process, and led student competitions. Elizabeth Fouth is a professor in the Department of Human Development and Family Studies. She is also the director of the Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Research Center, which is funded by the state of Utah and has had a profound impact on community and statewide initiatives. Dr. Fouth has served as the graduate program coordinator for the Human Development and Family Studies Department, and now sits on the graduate committee. Shelley Stock Howling is a senior lecturer in the Department of Engineering Education. She has participated in the University Faculty Senate, the Faculty Senate Executive Committee, the Faculty Evaluation Committee, and the Academic Freedom and Tenure Committee. Professor Howling co-directs the Engineering Writing Center and also is an advocate for childcare for faculty members as a member of the Joint Task Force with Staff Employee Association. Sunshine Brosey is an associate professor in the Department of Wildland Resource. She is the director of the online Masters of Natural Resource program and faculty advisor for the undergraduate program of Wildlife Ecology and Management at USU Eastern. Dr. Brosey coordinates concurrent enrollment courses in wildland resources and informal high school education through 4-H and Future Farmers of America programs at the local, state, and national levels. She also serves on the USU Curriculum Subcommittee and as the faculty senator for the Quincy College of Natural Resources. Chad Mano is a professional practice associate professor in the Department of Computer Science. Dr. Mano has demonstrated continuing service at the department, college, university, and community levels. He played an integral part in establishing the Computer Science Entrepreneurship Program and developing a startup incubator to address emerging needs within the department and community. His work sets students up for successful careers and fosters innovation and entrepreneurship. Marian Murray is a professional practice associate extension professor in the Department of Biology. She currently has oversight of the Utah Integrated Pest Management Program, where she has developed strong partnerships with key organizations throughout the West. Dr. Murray serves as a member of the Faculty Senate and has chaired search committees and led USU teams. She also serves as co-director of the Western Integrated Pest Management Program and has been the state representative for the Professional Program of Western Sustainable Agricultural Research and Education for more than 12 years. Please join me in thanking all of our college nominees for your outstanding service to Utah State University. And the 2005 USU Faculty University Service awardee is, this is way fun, Shelley Stock Howling.
Thank you, Maureen. So I break it? I'll put it there. I'll drop it. Thank you. I appreciate this, and I'm honored to be the recipient of this award. And I have appreciated and really enjoyed my opportunity to work with the faculty and especially the students throughout the university and especially in the College of Engineering. Thank you.
Next, Dr. Alexa Sand will present the award for Faculty Researcher of the Year. Alexa.
Thank you, Dr. Hearns. Research is a core mission of Utah State University, and the University Faculty Researcher of the Year celebrates those researchers who are doing outstanding work in their field. Nominees are evaluated on their publications, honors, awards, presentations, extramural support, and mentorship over the past 3 years. I'm just going to comment off the record, too, that this is one of the most difficult committees to serve on because everybody is fantastic. This year's nominees for the awards are Matt Yost, an associate professor in the Department of Plants, Soils, and Climate, and an agroclimate extension specialist, and also the associate department head and interim associate dean of research for the College of Agriculture and Applied Sciences. Dr. Yost directs the USU CROPS, a team of 25 extension faculty conducting coordinated research and outreach that educates and assists thousands of stakeholders each year. His publications, grants, and contracts and extension work have helped advance the state of knowledge in his field and disseminate crucial research findings to the agricultural community. Fazilat Sukakian is an associate professor of photography in the Department of Art and Design. She began her career as a photojournalist in Iran, which motivated her to use her art to advocate for social change and justice. Dr. Sukakian's work has been featured nationally and internationally in venues such as the Blue Sky Gallery in Portland, Photo Nostrum in Barcelona, and the Utah Museum of Contemporary Art in Salt Lake City. She has also received many awards and is a Utah Division of Arts and Museums Fellow. Katarzyna Bilika is an associate professor in the Department of Economics and Finance. Her research focuses on links between corporate taxation, firm behavior, and various policy-relevant issues. Dr. Mbilika is internationally recognized for her research on the consequences of tax avoidance of multinational firms and has received Best Paper Awards and invited keynotes at major conferences. Her research has been published in top peer-reviewed journals such as American Economic Review and the Journal of Public Economics. Timothy Shahan is a professor in the Department of Psychology. His research on learning, adaptation, and behavior regulation has been supported for more than 20 years by various institutes at the National Institutes of Health. Dr. Shahan also collaborates with clinical scientists to directly translate his research to the clinic. He was the recipient of the B.F. Skinner Young Researcher Award and is also a fellow of the Association of Behavior Analysis International. Brady Cox in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering and the founding director of the Utah Earthquake Engineering Center. His research focuses on seismic design for civil infrastructure projects, and he has led teams to combine field testing at sites of major earthquakes with computational analysis. Dr. Cox is the recipient of the prestigious Faculty Early Career Development Award from the U.S. National Science Foundation and the Presidential Early Career Award for Scientists and Engineers. Jessica Schad is an associate professor in the Department of Sociology, Anthropology, and Criminal Justice, and the director of the Community and National Resources Institute here at USU. Her research focuses on the relationships between natural resource dependency and rural people, and places to promote resiliency and well-being. Dr. Schad started the Utah People and Environment Poll to track Utahns' perceptions of environmental issues. Her high-impact publications and her substantial success with extramural funding are indices of her national and international impact as a scholar. Jordan Smith is a professor in the Department of Environment and Society. His research focuses on outdoor recreation and common pool resources such as naturally dark skies. Dr. Smith recently led the development of Utah's Outdoor Recreation Strategic Plan, which defined future directions for Utah policy, programs, and projects related to outdoor recreation. He also spearheaded the U.S. Base Camp Conference and Workshop, yes, I know, which unites stakeholders to develop creative solutions for outdoor recreation management. Donald Penman is an assistant professor in the Department of Geosciences. He researches the geochemistry of marine sediments and has sailed on 3 international Ocean Discovery Project expeditions as a shipboard scientist. As part of his research, Dr. Penman developed and runs an analytical laboratory through his academic department. He has published in peer-reviewed journals, such as the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, Nature Geoscience, and Science Advances, leading to a very high citation rate for his field. Congratulations to our outstanding faculty researcher nominees. And I was realizing how, sort of crunchy and ASMR it is when we open these envelopes. It's pretty cool. The Faculty Researcher of the Year is Brady Cox.
Okay, the teardrop is quite heavy and wonderful. I want to thank the committee, first of all, whoever that was, that reviewed all of the applicants. I'm sure we all really appreciate the effort they put into that. And thank Utah State for inviting me to be here. I joined Utah State University 5 years ago, and it was a big move for my family and I. I want to thank my wife. We were at the University of Texas, and we made a big decision to come back to Utah. We'd been gone for about 20 years, and it's good to be here. And I'm studying earthquake engineering in the state of Utah. The second people that I want to thank are my graduate students over the years. I've had the opportunity to work with so many great graduate students, and it's impossible to be a great researcher without amazing graduate students. In fact, they are the reason that you can be a great researcher. And so with that, I just want to once again thank Utah State for awarding me this, and all the applicants, I'm sure, are incredible. Thank you very much.
I now welcome back to the stage Vice President Anderson to present our next award, the Eldon J. Gardner Teacher of the Year.
Thanks, Michelle. Thank you, Dr. Sand. The Eldon J. Gardner Teacher of the Year Award is given in recognition of extraordinary devotion to and performance in teaching, creating magical learning environments and opportunities that inspire students and support their success requires skill, talent, and passion. The nominees for this year's awards are Lacey Brisketto. She is an assistant professor in the Department of Applied Sciences, Technology, and Education. She is the program lead for the Family and Consumer Sciences Education Program and has taught more than 1,400 students since 2019. Dr. Brisketto has received numerous awards for her teaching, including Teacher Educator, and Teacher of the Year awards from various professional organizations, and the Early Career Teacher of the Year for the College of Agriculture and Applied Sciences. She has earned the Teacher, Scholar, and Master Teacher certificates from USU's Empowering Teaching Excellence. Corey Evans is an associate professor in the Department of Music and director of choral activities and choral music education. Under his direction, the Utah State University Chamber Singers have been featured on nationally syndicated radio programs. Dr. Evans has also conducted the Chamber Singers in many celebrated recordings, including a piece that was eligible for 3 Grammy Award nominations in 2010. His emphasis on student success, innovative teaching practices, and impactful contributions to the college have significantly elevated Utah State University's Department of Music. Andrew Brim is a professional practice assistant professor in the Department of Data Analytics and Information Systems. His work as a software developer allows him to connect real-world industry practices with academic theory to ensure his students are prepared for thriving careers. Dr. Brim's courses emphasize cutting-edge topics like artificial intelligence and software and development to inspire and challenge his students. He supports students throughout their career, from mentoring students as a connections leader to ensuring graduates are well prepared to enter the professional world. Rachel Turner is an assistant professor of elementary education in the School of Teacher Education and Leadership. She draws on her experience as an elementary teacher to integrate teaching processes and content into her material. In addition to the 2024 Emma Eccles-Jones College of Education and Human Services Teacher of the Year Award, Dr. Turner was awarded the School of Teacher Education and Leadership Graduate Mentor of the Year Award in 2023. She is an advocate for the social studies and creates unique learning experiences for students of all levels across the courses she teaches. Zach Humes is a professional practice assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. He prioritizes the value of a non-traditional experience base for preparing the next generation of engineers, especially amidst a rapidly changing technological and economic landscape. Professor Humes pioneered the creation of the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering LabWorks, an experimentation space where students have access to lab equipment for coursework or personal experiments. He's also the faculty advisor for USU's student chapter of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Julie Stevens is a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Social Work, serving the USU Southwest region. Professor Stevens emphasizes the importance of place-based education, enabling students to remain with their communities while pursuing their academic and professional goals. She teaches a range of classes from foundational undergraduate to advanced courses in social welfare and social work practice. She also contributes to the advancement of teaching as a field, sharing her work on innovative teaching strategies with others at Utah State. Karen Kettenring is a professor in the Department of Watershed Sciences and the head of the Wetland Ecology and Restoration Lab. She teaches a variety of lecture, lab, and field-based courses, both for undergraduate students and graduate students. Dr. Kettenring is also actively engaged with extension and outreach activities, connecting her students to a wide range of natural resource professionals. She maintains innovation in her teaching style and prioritizes hands-on and sustainable education. Boyd Edwards is a professor in the Department of Physics. He teaches 4 courses each semester at all levels and serves as a research mentor for undergraduate and graduate students. Dr. Edwards' teaching extends beyond the Logan campus through his involvement in distance learning and community engagement. He developed a series of educational physics demos, YouTube videos to reach both USU students and the wider community, a channel that has 105,000 subscribers and 21 million views. Thank you again to these exceptional faculty members who prioritize teaching excellence here at Utah State. And the 2025 Utah State University Eldon J. Gardner Teacher of the Year winner is Andrew Brim. I'll take a hug any day.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Boyd, where are you, Boyd, right now? Boyd, you should have won. I'm truly honored. I would be a moron if I didn't thank two people. First of all, God, for all the strength and support I've been given. And of course, right after him, my wife, who's been an incredible support these many years. I was a student at Utah State for 11 years. I got all my degrees here. I am the poster boy of academic inbreeding. I got my bachelor's in computer science, master's in financial economics, and PhD in computer science, all here from Utah State. Now I'm lucky enough to teach here. I've seen firsthand that Utah State University has the best teachers in the world, and probably further. And to be numbered among them is truly an honor. I have to mention some professors. Ross Peterson, who recruited me and some other students from Chicago to come here. My PhD committee, Tyler Bruff, Ben Blau, who's here today, Vicki Allen, and a slew of other teachers that I don't have time to mention. I do want to mention one thing about teaching that I was really moved by Randy Simmons. Some of you know Randy, who is a professor of political science and economics, and who said in his final lecture, after 44 years of teaching last spring, his final PowerPoint slide of his final lecture said this: "The secret to teaching forever is two things. Number one, love your students. Number two, at the end of the day, I think that I am a teacher," which is interesting to me because he was a very well-accomplished researcher, but saw himself as someone who's prior to his teaching. Right now, we don't have a president, but I truly hope that our next president will prioritize excellent teaching and preparing our students to impact their own families, lives, communities in the state of Utah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, that's really great. Thank you.
And next, Craig Dart, the Assistant Director of the Utah 4-H through USU Extension, will introduce the E.G. Peterson Extension Award recipient.
Thank you, Vice President Anderson. The E.G. Peterson Extension Award was established in 1986 to honor the Utah State University Extension faculty member who provided outstanding service to the state of Utah. This award is a career award and the most prestigious of all extension awards. This year, the recipient of the E.G. Peterson Extension Award is Jolene Bunnell. Jolene is an extension professor in the Department of Youth Programs. She's been involved with 4-H for her entire life. She supported youth in her position at Utah State as an Extension 4-H professor and a State 4-H ambassador advisor. Jolene has been awarded millions of dollars to support 4-H programs and USU scholarship. In addition to supervising countless interns, she has served on the national board of the Association of Extension 4-H Youth Development Professionals. Congratulations, Jolene. Would you please join me on the stage? Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, 4-H, I bleed green. That's why I'm in my green jacket and I got my green Converse on. I was a 4-H member as a youth and married a 4-H'er, and I've raised three 4-H'ers that have all been 4-H ambassadors in the program. And I was the last to get a 4-H jacket as the advisor, because all of them were either, my husband was an advisor before as a volunteer, and all my kids ended up being ambassadors in 4-H. But I love 4-H, and the best part about my job is that I get to empower youth to become a better person, to be more kind, more generous, more confident, and that's what I love about my job, is to see the youth grow and become better people.
Vice President Barreau will now present the D. Wynne Thorne Career Research Award.
Thank you, Craig. Named after USU's first vice president for research, the D. Wynne Thorne Career Research Award honors faculty who have exceptional research careers and have produced a significant portion of their work while at Utah State University. This award is given annually to one outstanding university senior researcher recommended by a committee of peers and previous award recipients. Here are this year's nominees. Robert Gillies. Robert Gillies is a professor in the Department of Plants, Soils, and Climate, director of the Utah Climate Center, and state climatologist for the state of Utah. He was a member of Governor John Huntsman's scientific panel tasked with compiling a report on climate change and its impacts on Utah for a Blue Ribbon Advisory panel. Dr. Gillies' research focuses on climate science in the Intermountain West, but has also utilized international collaboration to research climate and climate change in Asia. He conducts climate change research and communicates that research to the public, where it can have the most impact. Dennis Hassan. Dennis Hassan is a professor in the Department of Theater Arts and Associate Artistic Director of the Lyric Repertory Company. His design specialties include scenery, costumes, puppets, projections, scenic painting, events, and immersive experiences, and he was recently accepted into the competitive pre-workshop and national puppet conference at the Eugene O'Neill Center for Theater. Dr. Hassan was awarded a United States Institute of Theater Technology Fellowship to participate in the Summer Intensive Design Workshop at the Kennedy Center. Ben Blau. Ben Blau is a professor in the Department of Economics and Finance and a holder of the George S. Eccles Endowed Chair in Finance at Utah State University. Dr. Blau's research interests include financial markets, ethics, economic policy, and the interaction between government and firms. In addition to pedagogical research, which plays a crucial role in educating the next generation of financial professionals, Dr. Blau's commitment to consistent publishing serves as a compelling testament to the profound impact of his research on the discipline. Michael Tuig. Michael Tuig is a professor and clinical psychologist in the Department of Psychology's Combined Clinical Counseling PhD specialization. Dr. Tuig's groundbreaking research has dramatically transformed the treatment of various mental health disorders, and he has helped spread a cutting-edge, innovative treatment approach called acceptance and commitment therapy worldwide. Dr. Tuig's research has generated substantial grant and contract funding, and he continues to attract top graduate students to his research group. Ning Fang. Ning Fang is a professor and the department head of the Department of Engineering Education. He is recognized as one of the leading researchers and experts in the field of engineering education, a newly emerging discipline of engineering. Dr. Fang researches innovative educational technologies that enhance teaching and learning in the engineering classroom, applying data mining techniques to enhance engineering workforce development. He has served as program director in the Division of Undergraduate Education at the National Science Foundation and was awarded a prestigious U.S. Fulbright Scholar Award. Christy Glass. Christy Glass is a professor in the Department of Sociology, Anthropology, and Criminal Justice. Her research, particularly in the areas of gender and labor inequalities, has had a profound impact in the fields of sociology and management, with publications in the International Journal of Sociology, among others. Dr. Glass's graduate students are regularly recognized for their excellence in research and in teaching. She has won research grants and awards from the National Science Foundation, the Institute for Advanced Study at Central European University, and the Gill Foundation, to name just a few. Colin Flint. Colin Flint is a distinguished professor of political science in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. Flint's publications include articles in leading journals on the topics of geopolitics, peace and conflict, world systems analysis, and war theory. His research in these areas has also led to the publication of textbooks, book chapters, single-author books that have had a huge impact. Dr. Flint's highly interdisciplinary approach means his work has been very influential across a range of disciplines, including geography, area studies, economics, strategic studies, political science, international studies, and more. Jennifer Seiner. Jennifer Seiner is a professor in the Department of English. A specialist in creative nonfiction, Dr. Seiner has published essays in many journals and anthologies, including the Best American Essays 2024, the Norton Anthology, the Utne Reader, and the Chronicle of Higher Education. Her essays have been nominated for the Pushcart Prize and a National Magazine Award. She is also the author of 4 books of creative nonfiction and has recently completed a novel. A dedicated mentor to undergraduate and graduate creative writers, she has seen many of her students go on to earn advanced degrees in writing. Let's take a moment and just recognize these amazing, amazing researchers. It is with great pleasure that I announce that this year's D. Wynne Thorne Career Research Awardee is, and I'll just say sometimes it's your day, Michael Tuig.
So as I was saying, this never happens to me. So I don't know if you know the D. Wynne Thorne. If you don't win it, they may roll your thing forward. So I was here last year, and I'm here again. And one of the things I'm really reflecting on is the amazing people that I'm nominated with, and it's really humbling to think that I'm in the same category as these individuals. So like Jennifer Seiner. I don't know if you're here, but I read your memoir when it came out, and I think about it pretty often. It's a pretty amazing thing. And Christy Glass, I read your work on women in the workforce, and those are amazing papers. And I also have a real appreciation for what everybody does, but the people who've had a strong career in research, I kind of know what our lives are like, and it's not a sad thing, but it's a big thing. Like one time, Karen Munoz, one of my good collaborators out there, she lent me her cabin. And, like every other professor who goes on vacation, I sit somewhere with my laptop and enjoy doing that. And these guys who farm the field behind her were like, look at you, you're just like Karen, you sit on the porch the whole trip on your laptop. And in some ways, I don't mind it, but it really has been my life. So I feel proud to be in the mix of you all, and to be recognized for this. I'm not going to thank everyone I wanted to thank. I wrote a list, but it's in my pocket. You know, my wife's been huge. I know she's not here because like most professors, I screwed up the timing and told her the wrong thing. But you know, my wife, my kids, my great friends, my collaborators, everyone at the university who supported me. Like, gosh, as I'm standing here, I can't believe I'm up here. My department heads, I've had a couple. My deans, I've had a couple. My presidents, the university, everyone who's funded me over the years. It's just, it's amazing. Yeah, it's humbling to be up here. So thank you very much.
And now we're going to move on to our final award of the program. That is the Cazier Professor Lifetime Achievement Award, and that will be presented by Vice President Janet Anderson.
That's what happens when your boss couldn't come. Thank you, Vice President Barreau. Before I announce the final award, I really want to thank all of you one more time for research, teaching, service, extension, and librarianship work. These qualities are exemplified by nominees for the Cazier Professor Lifetime Achievement Award. This award is given annually to recognize a senior faculty member who has demonstrated 20+ years of consistent excellence in each aspect of their role statement. Here are the nominees for the 2025 year. Frank Schumann is a principal lecturer in the School of Accountancy. He began his career at Utah State University in 1992, where he discovered his love of teaching and advising. Mr. Schumann has taught most of the classes offered in the undergraduate accounting program, and during his teaching career, he has taught approximately 20,000 students. Mr. Schumann has been advising the USU student chapter of the Institute of Management Accountants since 1995, for which he has received national recognition. Additionally, he established the Frank and Anita Schumann Scholarship Endowment Fund for graduate students in accounting in 2012. Wynne Lee is a professor in the Department of Human Development and Family Studies and is currently serving as Associate Department Head. Her numerous publications have had enormous impact in her field. Dr. Lee has a strong commitment to collaborative research, working with more than 30 researchers from 17 land-grant universities. She has also served on the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services Faculty Senate Executive Committee, the University Undergraduate Research Advisory Board, and the University Honors Program. Chuck Hawkins is a professor in the Department of Watershed Sciences and director of the National Aquatic Monitoring Center. He has been part of the S.J. and Jesse E. Quinney College of Natural Resources for over 40 years, serving as interim department head and leading the Bug Lab, a nationally recognized center for insect identification. Dr. Hawkins has served as editor-in-chief for Freshwater Science. He was awarded the D. Wynne Thorne Career Research Award in 2019 and received the Society of Freshwater Sciences Award of Excellence in 2021. Eric Rowley is a clinical professor in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics based at the USU Blanding campus. He earned his BS, MS, and PhD degrees at Utah State and started his career as a junior high mathematics teacher before joining USU's faculty in 1996. Dr. Rowley served as assistant head of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics for 16 years, as director of the Utah Mathematics Endorsement Project, and as co-director of Math for America, Utah. Additionally, he coordinates the mathematics education program for USU statewide campuses. A final congratulations to these exceptional career nominees. For our final award, the Utah State University Cazier Cazier Professor Lifetime Achievement Award for 2025 is Chuck Hawkins.
Let me start by just saying many of the issues I work on as a faculty member here are highly interdisciplinary, and in that sense, Utah State, the College of Natural Resources, and the Department of Watershed Sciences has been an exceptional home for me over the many years I've been here. I also need to point out that any personal success that I've had as a faculty member here is almost solely due to the many incredibly bright and clever colleagues that I've worked with over the past 40 years, and that includes faculty from across the department here, colleagues with both researchers and managers at federal and state agencies, and of course the students that I've had the pleasure and privilege of working with over the years. If it wasn't for them, I certainly would not be standing here, and so I certainly accept this award with great humility and thanks, but I also really need to recognize that this award is to them as much as it is to me. Thank you very much.
Before we close our 2025 Faculty Awards ceremony, I would like to reinforce our mission as a student-centered land-grant and space-grant public service university, where we strive to serve our community through learning, discovery, and engagement. And now I will invite Vice President Lisa Barreau to close our ceremony.
This event is the most high-profile way each year that the university recognizes the outstanding performance of our faculty. But we know that every day faculty are putting in the effort, the passion, and the success that we see is something that we're always, always in awe of. The university is so proud of what you do and grateful, so grateful that you choose to do it here. Thank you for your commitment to enriching the lives of our students, our campus, and our community. We would like to thank the nomination and award committees for all the work that was done in enabling these awardees to be brought forward. I would also like to stop and thank our pianist, James Farmer. He's a student in the Department of Music, and I'm going to put in the plug for tomorrow night is his recital in this very hall. And so, you may recognize his name. He works in sponsored programs too. We appreciate the efforts of our staff members from the Office of Research and the Provost's office who have worked to plan and manage this event. And I'm not going to let this moment go by without calling out and saying thank you to Andy McCabe. Andy is retiring from USU and has put her heart and soul into this. And so thank you, Andy. And this is the end of our program, but don't leave just yet. We would like to invite all of the winners to the stage for a group photo. We would also like to welcome all nominees and recipients, families and friends to come up on the stage and use the backdrop to take whatever photos you would like. And finally, tonight when you are looking out and you look towards Old Main, please recognize that that blue A is shining for you. It's shining in honor of the USU faculty and all of your achievements. Also note that banners will be hanging throughout the campus to celebrate our awardees. Thank you again. Thank you for being here, and congratulations to all of our winners.